Okay, tonight I want to try something a little bit different. This is kind of a Q&A, kind of going through my comments for the last couple weeks, and I want to answer a couple of your questions in a video. Let's see, Coyote Adventures asked how the plasti dip was holding up on the GL1500. I have a video of doing that. I'll put it in the end card. It's held up okay. It's not the best paint job in the world. We just happen to have plasti dip at our disposal. I didn't want to tear the bike completely down. We did it in an afternoon. We just hammered it out and got it done. And for what it is, I think it looks great. But I do have to touch it up from time to time, and when I wash it, I actually have to bucket wash it. I can't just wipe it down. If I wipe it down, I end up with lint. It's kind of a, I wouldn't say sticky, but it's kind of a rubbery finish. I've actually gotten a couple compliments on the bike, especially now that the seat's been redone. It does look pretty sharp with the seat being done. I have a few other things I need to fix on it and recoat, but so far I've been very happy with it. Now I need to see if I can get lacquer to stick to the plasti dip without boiling the plasti dip off, because lacquer is pretty caustic paint, and you don't generally paint over other paints with lacquer. But if it'll hold up to the lacquer, then maybe I could do some pinstriping. Just a thought I've been thinking about. I had a conversation in Facebook Messenger the other night with Kim Wiltz, about a week and a half ago now, I guess. Great conversation. He's a great guy. He's the Cajun Goldwing writer, for those who don't know. I have a few commenters, a few viewers in my audience that consistently comment on my videos, and that would be Coyote Adventures and Kim Wiltz, Jeff. All these guys, I want to thank you for that, because the comments mean so much sometimes. I also want to thank everybody for their well wishes when they heard that I was going semi-retired. I really appreciate that. Now, Jason Rice was also asking me about the PC800 versus the ST1100 in the center of gravity. I can't speak to that. I've never ridden the ST1100. I will say that the PC800 feels very, very nimble, so that generally points to having a fairly low center of gravity. It's a great beginner bike if you're looking at starting. The storage on it's unmatched. I mean, it is awesome. It's got more practical storage space than I think even my Goldwing has, as far as where you can stuff things in that trunk it has. You can put four full face helmets in that sucker. It's crazy. It's very usable. It's a very good grocery getter. It's a very good commuter bike. It's a good all-around little bike. I mean, and it's an absolute blast to ride, because it doesn't have a ton of power, so you really kind of stretch the gears out on it, and that just makes the bike fun. And that it is. It's a little V-twin, but it's 800cc V-twin, so it's not huge. But it's happy on the freeway. It's just a good, smooth, all-around bike. I wouldn't trade my Goldwing for it. I love my Goldwings, but if I had to have, or if I wanted just a little simple run up to the store and get some Gatorade bike, that's the bike. I mean, it's just flat out awesome for that kind of stuff. Daniel Fieldstein was asking, moving from a V-Storm to a Goldwing. The Goldwing's a very, very heavy bike, especially the GL1500. It's just immense. The bike has absolutely no parking lot manners, and it'll catch you up if you have some bad habits, especially with your head. Like when you're coming to a stop, if you turn your head, that bike will let you know about it. So you just kind of get clean on your riding habits, some of those riding habits with the bike. That's not to say it's not doable. I've done it in parking lots. I've done it stop and go traffic. I mean, my last video shows you that. And the techniques I use a lot of trail braking with that bike just to keep it stable. It seems to like it. It seems to be comfortable when you use trail braking with it. I do know the 1800s are a little bit more user friendly. They're a little bit better mannered, especially with the slow speed riding. But you get them on the freeway, and they're both excellent bikes. So that's pretty much all I really have. I hope you all like what I did with my helmet. It took me about, I don't know, 45 minutes. I did speed it up when I was actually doing the airbrushing, because you didn't want to see, 20 minutes of me with an airbrush. It did go quickly, but and it wasn't really, again, it's like the seat video. It wasn't to be great.
I need a 22 impact socket.
22 millimeter impact socket.
Yep.
Okay, I thought he had all that stuff. All right, I'll find one.
Here's your special socket for your lug nuts.
I know, but I've got to find one, and that means I've got to take everything off the top of my toolbox. All right. All right. I guess that's it.